Yes.
Hi, Chief. My name's Petty Officer Saylor. I'm looking for the CMEO office.
Well, you found him. Come on in.
Oh, great. Thanks.
You checking in?
I am.
Awesome. Welcome.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to command. So what's going on?
Well,
you have a CMEO issue, you said.
Yeah, I think I do, and I'm not
Okay.
sure, so I wanted to talk to you about it first.
Well, let me quickly go over it so we can make sure it's a CMEO issue. Let me tell you about the program. First off, do you know what CMEO is all about?
Well, command managed equal opportunity, so I'm guessing equal opportunity throughout the command?
Pretty much. Well, the objective of the CMEO program is to promote a positive command morale and quality of life.
Okay. Well, what if this is more of a discrimination thing because I'm a woman? Does that
Well,
fall under CMEO?
Yes, it does. There's 5 protected categories that fall under CMEO. Basically, it comes down to race, color, ethnicity, national origin, and religion.
Well,
Every service member, regardless of rank or anyone's authority, should not be treated in a cruel, abusive, or treated or humiliated. You also have sexual harassment. Now, sexual harassment can be perceived by something that's unwelcome, sexual in nature, and in the working environment. And us, as in me and you being sailors, we're on duty 24 hours, 7 days a week. So working environment is here at work or hanging out with your friends at the barracks, at an outing. So it should happen anywhere. Definitely need to address it.
okay.
You also have fraternization. It falls under the CMEO program. And fraternization is basically an unduty relationship between officers enlisted, junior sailors and senior sailors, which E6 and below and E7 and above, and any personal working relationships within the work center. So like your supervisor and an airman. They shouldn't have any unprofessional relationships.
Right.
Now, if you run into an issue with any of these, CMEO, sexual harassment, fraternization, hazing, there's 2 ways you can go about it. You have an informal resolution procedures or process, or your formal resolution. Informal, which is basically posted on these boards throughout the command. There's one down in the hallway here next to the maintenance, one outside the gee-dunk, and one on the 3rd deck. If someone had an issue, you can do the direct approach. Hey, shipmate, I was offended by what you said. Present what your issue was and see how that works out, and see if he changes or she changes her ways. You can do an informal where you can come in here with a CMEO, myself, or you can get your LPO involved and do a 3rd party approach where you can present what's going on, your issue, and see how you guys can resolve it at the lowest level possible. And you can request training, either through the CMEO, through your leadership, or through the CO.
Okay. I've seen these around the hangar. Well,
Then one more thing here. You also have a formal complaint process. You have the Navy EO formal complaint form, NAV PERS 5354/2. Now, these forms are posted next to each poster, and they have very specific requirements, and they have resources on here. Specifically, who you can go to. You can go to the chain of command, CMC, Navy Legal. If you ever have an issue, you can always grab one of these forms. It shows the exact specific requirements, what you can do to submit one of these forms. And also, as a CMEO, I'm here to advise you on how to fill this form out. You also have AO1 Goodwine, Chief Fordeski's. They also are my assistant CMEOs. So what's your issue?
well,
Let me get a paper.
okay. Okay, so I'm a new check-in, and I'm going through my command indoc and my check-in sheet, and the first person I went to see was the command CFS. I sat down with him. He gave me my, my indoc packet, and then he started making comments about how females can't handle money or keep a job. I thought it was really inappropriate. I didn't really say anything. I just thanked him for his time and walked out. But I don't think he should be saying things like that to new sailors. The other thing, and this actually really bothered me. So I checked in with the command CFL, and I got my PRT brief. And I told the individual that I wanted to be assistant CFL. He laughed at me and told me they had one female already and that was enough, but go ahead and put in my chit, ha ha ha. I'm running a chit anyway, but that's not right.
Absolutely.
I told my LPO, and he told me I should come see you, but before that happened, I was out in the smoke pit, and I heard the CFL and another sailor talking about the request chit, and apparently the CFL threw my request chit away, like 5 minutes after I gave it to him. Just wadded it up and threw it in the trash can.
Well, you definitely have a CMEO issue, and it's also a leadership issue, and we
Right.
can try to resolve those issues. It just depends how you would like to resolve them. With all the resources I just gave you, what would you like to do?
Well, being new here and them not knowing me and me not knowing them, I'd really like to resolve it informally. I'd like to be able to sit down and talk person to person with the individuals involved. Maybe we can come to some kind of agreement. It's a misunderstanding maybe, or maybe it's just a way of thinking that needs to be changed.
Absolutely. Those are very serious issues. So you want to utilize the informal complaint process. Which process would you like to use?
Well, I think I'd rather go with the direct approach. That way I can talk to them one-on-one.
Follow with me and let me know how it turns out. And make sure you stress to him this is a serious issue and it could turn into a formal issue if not resolved at the lowest level.
Okay.
I'm also going to inform a chain of command. I'm not going to give any specifics, names, situation, but I still want some type of training incorporated into the next safety stand down so that this is not occurring throughout the entire command.
That sounds like a really good idea, Chief.
All right then.
Thank you. I really appreciate your time.
Have a good day.
Thanks. You too.